Libra, welcome to your December 2018 general tarot reading. It's Raina. So, just starting over again. The heart of the matter is the Hermit card. So this sees you in December being more introspective about something. Usually when I think of the Hermit card, I think of somebody who is trying to make a decision. We do have the Two of Swords. I'll bring that out in a minute, which can indicate that as well. And you may be kind of going through, kind of weighing your options about something and trying to see things from a spiritual perspective instead of just an intellectual one. And that in order to help you make a good decision about something in your life. And the Hermit card also connects to Virgo. So if there's a Virgo person who is somebody you've met, maybe somebody that you are attracted to, then that might be what's going on. But usually Libra people are very social, so to get the Hermit card means that you are kind of acting a little bit out of character, in the sense that you are not seeking other people's feedback on an issue, but you're kind of keeping your own counsel. At the base of the reading, the foundation card is the Ace of Pentacles, so this can see that portal. That's like a, because of the Ace of the planting seeds of something that has to do with finances, or you receiving a windfall, financial windfall. And if this is kind of like the card that can be in the past, that is kind of informing the situation at hand. So perhaps you, let's say you received some money. You maybe from an inheritance, maybe from some kind of unexpected source, gift or something. And now you're like, this allows me more freedom in my life. So should I quit my job, for instance? Because we do have several Pentacles cards here, which can indicate that practical matters are at hand for you in this month. And it could be that you don't know exactly if you should go one way or the other. The Ace of Pentacles could be a job offer. And maybe you are not really unhappy where you are. But this is tempting because it offers more prestige, or it offers more money, or I don't know, some other perks. And you're very tempted, but maybe you really like where you are. The other thing is that this could be a new relationship with an earth sign. So the Hermit is Virgo, maybe it's a Virgo, but the other earth signs are Taurus and Capricorn. And usually with Libra, I think of Capricorn because they're both cardinal signs. So even though they form a tense angle called a square, they do seem to find each other irresistible. Now, the card that crosses you is the Knight of Cups. In the upright position, this can be an offer that is made. So in the challenge position, it might mean that this offer is kind of setting off a lot of chaos within you, because now you have to make a decision, and that's like the worst thing to ask a Libra person to make. It's like you really have the ability to weigh all sides of an issue and then some, right? So that can make it very hard to decide what is the right way to go. And I was just about to say, follow your heart, follow your emotional, what brings you the most joy in this situation? What brings you the most pain? And yet with Libra, we're talking about an air sign, so it may be kind of difficult for you to fully know what you're feeling, because you may be the kind of person who is very detached, since you are an air sign, and air signs are very much in their minds, and they're kind of like intellectualizing the situation and trying to analyze it from a perspective that may be accurate, but it may not tell the whole story, because sometimes we want things that on paper seem insane. And I'm not talking about bad things. I'm just saying, like, choosing between two jobs, and one job has longer hours and less pay. And on paper, that would seem crazy to even think about that, but you have a passion for that, for instance. And that's kind of what I'm getting at here. Or relationships, Somebody could be like, oh, wow, they have this, they're like really good looking, or they really are successful, and everything on paper looks so good, but you are in love with somebody else. And you really don't know what to do, because there could even be people in your life who know about this situation, and they're impressed with the thing that really you're not sure about. And with the Knight of Cups in the reversed position, this could be a person, maybe a water sign. I don't know if this card relates specifically to Pisces, but the other water signs being Scorpio or Cancer. And like I said, the Cancer is really the one that you tend to go for. But, I think when I was talking about Ace of Pentacles, I was talking about Capricorn, but Cancer too. But that might be somebody that you're with right now who is very immature, and they may be very moody. They may even have a drinking problem. They may have, a substance abuse problem that exacerbates their immaturity, where they don't learn from their past mistakes, and they tend to do things that work against them. And the bottom line is that people like this, you may see some good in them. This person may be an artist, may have an artistic nature, and may be very talented, but they're very temperamental. And they might even be quite manipulative. And so the person might seem like, because they are so talented, that that's the person you should be with, and you may even really identify with them on the artistic level, but then you feel like they are too much trouble overall. What's that expression, where they're just, they just like can suck the life out of you, because they might always be upset about something, or they are too clingy, or things like that, and that might feel very like a drag, to say the least. So I'm just going to keep going as the train goes by. Hopefully it's a very quick train. So the higher message is the Two of Swords. And the Two of Swords is depicted in this Morgan Greer deck, and I think in the Rider-Waite deck as well, as this person being blindfolded. And the reason I think that's significant is that I really believe that sometimes people agonize over choices that are actually very easy to make. And the reason that they can't decide about them is because they're kind of deluded to begin with. They're not really in touch with what a person is doing. And therefore they are kind of maybe, they've got rose-colored glasses on, and they don't understand that they're in a negative situation. Because, like, even with a job offer, if you are not happy where you are, then it makes perfect sense that you would seriously consider a new job. But if you're happy where you are and you get a job offer, you have to ask yourself if you like what you're doing. It's not enough about, oh wow, there's like these perks, because if you don't like what you're doing, and you have to be there every day for hours on end, that could be problematic. So being able to clearly see what you're deciding between, I think, is so crucial. And then the decision becomes that much easier. I think that's why the Hermit is such an important piece in this, because it's about looking at things philosophically. You know, what is my end game here? Does this fit into my life's path? And if this is a relationship, the same thing goes. You know, sometimes when I do private readings, people say, I have two people in my life and I don't know which one to choose. And I inevitably say, or invariably, what I usually say is probably neither one is the one for you. Because if it really was that significant of a relationship, it would stand out among the rest. It wouldn't be that even on an even playing field. So, you know, when we really don't have a lot of interest in something, or, you know, desire for something, then it's almost like we can, you know, close our eyes and just pick one randomly as a choice, if we're trying to make a choice. But if you really have like a strong leaning towards something, then you know that that is, you know, definitely something that is more desirable to you. And so I would say the same thing in a case like this. On the practical level, we have the Nine of Pentacles. This is a card of financial self-sufficiency. The reason I think this is important is because making decisions on just a financial level may not apply to you. That might be kind of a false part of the equation. If you are capable of supporting yourself and you're being offered more money, but you're already capable of supporting yourself, then that issue doesn't really matter if you're kind of like not that interested in the job itself. If you're just trying to convince yourself, oh yeah, this is what I should do. What's coming in is represented by the Knight of Pentacles. And this is a card, if this was an individual, I would say a Taurus, although for me this is a Capricorn. And so that could be the person that you're starting to spend time with, this earth sign. If this is a work-related matter, you may be working very diligently at something. Now, why is that? Now, it could be that you decide to accept a job offer and you have to work more hours. Maybe that was what you were agonizing over. The job pays more, but you have to work harder, and you didn't really want to do that. Maybe you decide to choose that, and the outcome is the Ten of Wands. In one of my favorite tarot reference books, Tarot Plain and Simple, by, what was his name? I think it's Anthony something, I can't remember. He calls this card the burden of success, because it's like you're successful at something, but you have to work harder for it, and you risk burnout. So I would say, is it worth it? Are you doing something that feels like it's going to enhance your life? So it could mean that you are making a good living and you are very immersed in your career. If this is the private life, it could be that you are involved with somebody who's an earth sign, that you choose a person like that. But with the Ten of Wands, I don't know what that means. I mean, if you're feeling like you have to really keep the relationship going and it feels like it's a struggle for some reason, Or if you're still dealing with that other person and that feels very burdensome, I don't know. But so picking a card from the universe has your back. Did I just get this card? I think I did. I think I just got it for another sign. Yeah, I did. The more energy and intention I bring to my faith, the more fearless and free I am. And that's the interesting thing about faith, is when you're making a decision, at a certain point, in order to make a decision that is not fear-based, you do have to have faith that things will resolve themselves. And you might not know how that's going to happen, but you say, you know, it's none of my business. It's the universe's business. All I have to do is show up and take inspired action, and I'll let the universe handle the details. Okay, Libra, that's what I have for you. I hope that you enjoyed this, and if you'd like a private reading, please check in the description box below for a link to my site. Take care. Bye.